All right, we have a box opening of Warlord Saga the Storm into the Accordlands, however you want to pronounce it. And we are going to crack this whole booster box. Nice presentation, and on the top we have draft kit support, and let's get going with Lord Barrow on this booster. Looks like we've got some cleric items, some devs, more devs, a lot of devs. Final Farewell, a Thunic Yeti, that's a fun one. Get Dowset, Farhaven Guide, very nice, lets you fetch things. And foils disperse, and we're out of options. We got another Lord Barrow coming off the top. Looks like we got some multi-class and classless actions. And we're moving into some mercenaries. We've got some wizard items, classless item, our uncommons. We've got hatchling, a staff. And we've got Ardian Greathawk as a rare, nice classless familiar. And a foil Callow Rowan with an animal token at the end. Another Lord Barrow. That one opened nice and clean. And we've got some classless items, a nice veteran bowman, some Nothrog, multi-class items, classless item, some shadow bolts, strong arm stout, nice card draw, a nice fighter action that can get around planner. Mephit. Rare is Flame Lance, very cool. And a foil Silver Stealer Gauntlets, and out of options draft card at the end. It's Lord Barrow again. Alright, now we've got some elves. Bunch of elves. And we've got some items, a hat, a shield, a dagger, a lot of stuff for equipping our characters. Uncommon Warlord, Gorthos, Shadow's Axe. Crimson Diadem as our rare. And a Sutek Shank common as our foil, with a leveled up reminder token. Continuing on with Lord Barrow. We've got some cleric actions, some devs, a few dwarves, Pounce, Do-Run, a elf orc barbarian out of the Nothrog faction, a uncommon Lord Belasco Warlord for the Deveranians. Huggins is our rare, and a foil Extended Art Farhaven Guide, and a Stormlord token. We have a lot of Lord Barrow sitting here on the top. And So we've got some Nothrog, bunch of Nothrog. Look at them all. It's a good thing I like to play them. Meet at the End, fantastic art. Some classless actions. Classless item. Dissolve, a nice cleric or wizard item hate spell. Sutek Razor Claw, a human sorcerer for Archivist Augustin. Brightwing, a very cool dragon, illustrated by Lisa Hunt, fantastic artwork. And Recruiter of Mizir foil with a trap token at the end. We got some fighter actions, some cleric items, some fighter items, a hat, a cool roll spend order, more Nothrog, more Dev, another dragon, very cool, gonna go in my Retsov deck. And foil fireball with the draft tattered armaments as the last card. And this should be the final Lord Barrow pack. And we've got, this is a Nothrog heavy selection. Some cleric actions. Classless, a hat, a very interesting looking hat. Glaciate is our rare. Frost action for the wizards. And a foil Dark Flame bolts. Looks very cool in foil, and an animal token. Alright, moving on to Epic Donnybrook. And we'll start with, we've got some tattered armaments there. We got an item, more Nothrog. This box is Nothrog heavy. Again, that's good for me. Got some multi-class items to get through. Shock Saber, pretty cool looking sword. Assassin's Strike, very nice. Tresven. A legendary Tufel Tiger Shroud. And a full extend art Flame Fall, again, for the Nothrog. And we'll open this one as Marehaven. We've got a really rough looking horse. And a beat stick, a shield, more Nothrog, more cleric actions, animal token love with that. Death from Below, very nifty. Vera and Bones, awesome. Gotta enjoy the discard tech there. Rare is Hunt from Above. And our legendary is Sklot the Cruel, extended art. Very, very nifty. And he looks like he's having a grand old time with a coward for draft. We're going to go back to the Epic Donnybrook packs. Some couple fighter actions, a few dwarves, some Nice to see some of them showing up. Give those to my kids because that's not really a faction I play much. Choke, dig the art. The art of this set, as I've mentioned before, has been fantastic, and I really enjoy it. Here's a nifty rhino for the Nothrog, which you can give him a steed, and he can ride up to the front. Rare is Grave Exchange, and foil Essence Drain with a simple shield token at the end. All right, Marehaven. He's got some devs in here. A lot of devs. We have not seen many free kingdoms this box. That's okay. Some manacles, a horse, Cloud Racer. Glad to see that make a return. Cunning Shot, Traic Netherin. Duke Richter is a legendary. He is one of the chase legendaries, and he's very powerful. Ward especially is a very cool feat or a keyword to have. And full art Epic Donnybrook. So 2 legendaries in there along with a trap token. Moving right along. All right, we've got some mix of items here. Mostly fighter, a nice hat, and a bunch of cleric goodies. Bloodsteed, very cool art. Nice rogue action there and Rapidash. Crownland Strategist for some range strikes for your free kingdoms. Rare is Kabbalite Regalia, wizard item, pretty nifty. And ooh, this looks great. Foil Oracle of Kavara. He's one of the power uncommons in this set that lets you survey and draw a card. So some deck manipulation is pretty handy, and since he's a mercenary, he will fit into a lot of decks. And that was a simple shield token at the end. And our token today is an animal token. Some fighter actions. And some dwarves. A very nifty dwarf wizard with 2 strikes. Not that you'd probably want to get him up front, but with 2 hit points, he could probably stay there for a little bit. Cloak of Brilliance, give charisma to your wizards along with a AC bonus. Disperse. Graham Hayward, a character that makes a reappearance and pretty good for the free kingdoms. Sneak is the rare. Potential action cancellation, pretty cool. Pious Rebuke, foil. Well, you can't win them all. And we end up with a simple shield. Pack tactics, some classless actions. This is going to be a run of wizard items, including a pretty nifty owl familiar, the Woe Stone, some more Nothrogs, Tide Turner, who doesn't want to punch a shark, uncommon Warlord, Rowan of the Deep Brook, very nifty. I'm looking forward to building him. He's got magic resistance, and he lets my guys do a lot of shooting. Deverness's Axe. This is a chase legendary, very powerful card. And extended art, Graveyard Librarian. We're slowly making our way to the home stretch. Thank you for joining me today as we crack these packs. Be sure to check out some of the other Warlord creators. There's a bunch of them. I'll try to get some links out there. And don't be a stranger to the Warlord Discord. It's a fan-run community, and somehow I run the place. So please check it out if you are so inclined. We've got a coward, and we've got a couple rogue actions. All right, we've got some elves now. That'll help me build some elf decks. Flail, a lot of classes can equip that. Fireball, Mage's favorite spell. Shannon the Daring. And the rare is the Unicorn of Thun. And we've got a foil Bolt of Unrest to go along with it. Alright, Flame Jester, he can't start and play, but he's got wards, so he cannot be targeted by non-strike actions. Very powerful. I understand why he can't start and play, but nice level 1 drop for any deck that's looking for rogues. Couple spells. Magic Missiles, always a fan favorite. Alright, now we've got some Free Kingdoms characters. And some mercenaries, including the Brine Fiend. Glad that he makes an appearance. It, she, I don't judge. Spiked Pit Trap. Rock Arm, very nifty to inflict additional wounds for your fighters or clerics. Shatter, item destruction. Dwarf Eater, glad to see him make a reappearance. He's a fun looking guy. Shield of Spurning is the rare, and a foil Strong Arm Stout with Out of Options as the draft card. Coward. Alright, we've got a nice mix of things. It's a little heavy on elves, but that's okay. Makes up for some of the other packs. Some fighter items. Well supplied, reprinted this time as an uncommon. So pretty cool fetching things, but probably going to have to be done by your Warlord. Mokan. Level 5 Dwarf Warlock for you. Bone Fiend is the rare, and Foil Epic Evocation is a legendary. That one opened pretty nicely. We've got a mask. Some more items for rogues. Alright, so we got some Free Kingdoms characters now. Anyone want to hunt some heresy? You know, she's your gal. Some actions. A uncommon Anacoana. A lot of people call her Anaconda. And pretty nifty uncommon Warlord there. Swivel at rare, very cool for giving your rogue some options. And foil full art Heresy Ward with a trap token at the end. Another Donnybrook pack. It's a coward. Some fighter items. Some more elves. Bunch of elves. Cloak of Flight. Another wizard uncommon for level manipulation. Sanguicorn, very nifty looking unicorn there. Our rare is Lord Barrow. I've been looking forward to pulling him from a pack, and should be pretty cool. Interesting to build him. And Charm Person foil. It's an animal token. Some mix of actions. We're moving on to wizard actions. Here's some free kingdoms for us. Some miscellaneous items. A crocodile. 3 hit points for level 3. Pretty nifty there. Heresy Ward. Our rare is Tazian Dithanis. She is extended art in the elf starter. So, you know, something to give away or find a way to use. And foil quick shielding. We'll start with a Tattered Armaments draft card. Some wizard action. Got some mercenaries to start. Looks like a run of rogue items. And some other items. Roll order, very nifty. Terrorize. Rare Bolt of Unrest, and a foil Bone Fiend, which looks pretty darn cool. This is the last Marehaven pack. Coming with a trap token. We've got a bunch of items to start. And we got a few mercenary characters. We're glad to see the Sutek making a reappearance. A few spells. Kennel Master, 3 strikes. Pretty nifty there. A book. Rare is Adathan, Celestial Messenger. And a foil Ashvale Dragon. And last, but certainly not least from this, we have more Tattered Armaments. Got a couple different factions in here. A hat, another hat, some arrows, flurry of knives, very nifty uncommon. A Free Kingdoms, Anetta Scar, Warlord at uncommon. Rare is Callow Rowan for the elves, and a foil Storm Shard legendary to round out the pack. Thanks everyone for joining me. Be on the lookout for more openings.